Some people want to just do the spiritual thing, but the difference between of when I was a Christian girl where I was praying for hope and not doing anything else, the action has to come with it. So whether you speak into existence, you speak to a higher power, whether you write it down or you believe in it and you speak to the universe, nothing's going to happen if you're not taking action that's coming in front of you. And opportunities are going to be there every single day. And maybe you're missing it because you're too focused on hope. But the thing that's different between hope is belief. And that's what changes the game. Hello, Queens, and welcome back to Keys to the Queendom. How to be great and elevate. I want you, Queen, to be making consistent 50K plus months, and I'm going to tell you how. And I'm not some crazy business guru. I am not a manifestation coach, but what we did over the last 6 months is really something that I can tell you now is going to change the trajectory. It's going to change the course of what you want to do with your business. I really want to bring forward one thing too. It is a repetition game. It is a consistency game. And when you get into the habit of doing this every single day, you are going to get there. I promise you. Now, over the course of this episode, I want you to know we are starting to now start putting energy into advertising and Facebook and Instagram. But this has all been to do with how we speak on our stories, how we sell, the work we do behind the scenes, which is the most important part, and the strategy in place too. So this has all been organically. Coming into last year, a lot of people like to say that June, July is a quieter period, where I like to see this as an opportunity for me to go inwards to go outwards. So to grow, we want to look inwards, right? And in that time frame, because up until June last year, going through changes of events, different mentors, unaligned clients, I went into this really interesting phase where I had done all the strategy in place, all the work that came with it. What I was avoiding to do was obviously look within, right? And that's purely because I wasn't in avoidance or denial. I had actually lost trust in someone that made me go, fuck, there's some corrupt people out there and bad coaches that actually are manipulative. And I was kind of done with it all. But I really want to bring forward your biggest lesson and your biggest teacher is you and your intuition. And you'll know when there's something not feeling right and aligned. So in June, I went into this sort of healing journey. And this is not how we got it's part of how we've been being consistent to make 50K months, I'll be honest. But I had to really let go of something within me, and that was the wounds I had around money and my father and my past. And it was at a subconscious level. So because this is what we're focusing on for Queen Wealth Accelerator, we're really going to be teaching you guys about the unconscious, the conscious, and the subconscious mind. And your conscious mind is just 10% of your brain of what you're actually able to do. And what people don't realize is how to be able to change what your default is what you focus on and your vision. So in June, all the way through now, here, right in front of you, I have just set this massive goal of surrendering, doing everything the same from a holistic approach, a personal development approach, a strategy approach. But I have just gone all in with playing big, not caring about what people say, not thinking about, well, what if it fails? What if what I'm putting out there is wrong? I've just gone with this knowing and certainty that it's all going to work out. And also just going into what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. Vision. What you visualize. What the mind thinks you become, it's what you then create, And every single day I believed in what I was here to do. I actually supported, my partner Jordan supported me financially through a time, and this was one of the biggest reasons what got me to where I am now was the focus of helping him. I spoke before about the ego last year came out a little bit in my life, and what changed in what I was doing with my business was being authentic and real to what my purpose was, not what I thought I had to do, what I wanted people to think I was, the need to be validated and whatnot. And the focus and the vision was to support him because he's helped me.
Queen, how often have you said, I spent my whole life studying, I've been to school my whole life, and I've actually learned nothing that teaches me the tools and strategies to build a successful business in the outside world. You've probably spent thousands of dollars on courses, or you've heard fake news from business gurus. Well, I'm here to give this incredible news to everyone here right now that this is Queen Stream University. Get out of debt and actually start making money in the online space, knowing and having the foundations to build a successful business. Now, I'm talking because I have gone through the trenches. I have been a fitness coach, built my online business as a pro athlete, and now I am a business coach. You'll go from having absolutely no idea what your business is through, in the 8 weeks, learn the foundations of knowing what your purpose is, your vision and mission, and also understanding your business values with the execution to know what that business is. You'll also learn branding, social media, content strategy, marketing, and more importantly, how to sell. With Queen Stream University, it'll cut out the bullshit and remove all the fluff and get you working specifically on your business so you can execute this in 8 weeks to get ready to launch. I wanted you to have something where you get to access something straight away, where you get to fast track your growth, as well as remove any doubt, any overwhelming sensation or stress, or the question that everyone seems to ask, where do I begin? With Queen Stream University, you'll be able to build wealth, freedom, and at the end of the day, be an entrepreneur and be able to say, I have finally built my own thing, my own business. And I've stopped making money for someone else, and I'm now making money for my own empire. Queen Stream University.
So every single day, as a part of my growth, I wrote down the goal I wanted to achieve, the money goal, what that did for me, what that did for others, what it was going to help with mankind, womankind, for the world. Because remember, it's not just about me, it's for everyone else. And I did that every single day from a writing, expressive moment. That's not enough though. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. The law of attraction, so thinking you'll be able to create it, is all bullshit. The Secret was one of my first personal development books I've ever read. And, you know, everyone probably did too. But it wasn't just that I did. It was frequency. It was intention. It was repetition. So if I ever felt low or frequency was down, I really had to look within to see why that was happening. What a lot of people do when it comes to law of attraction is like, I'm doing this, I'm being positive, you know, everything's great, great, great. But what you're feeling doesn't reflect that. So you may be writing your goals and you're writing the money you want to make, or you're writing the things you want to achieve. But if you're not feeling happiness, passion, love, gratitude, you're feeling overwhelmed, stress, anxiety, sadness, depression, anger, grief, we have to work through that. So that was what I did all of 6 months in. I was like, that's it. Fuck this. I'm going to deal with my shit. No more suppressing. And what I spoke to you guys about before was a lot of the stuff came up about my father. A lot of my money behaviors came up, and a lot of stuff around forgiveness and worthiness and am I even good enough? And it was big. It was big, you know. And again, I'm always transparent here. But it took a lot of courage to do that. And I'm so glad I did, because the strategy is always going to be a priority of mine. My masculine energy is there. But my feminine went and put her hand on my shoulder and said, this is where you need to trust and surrender. So law of attraction, but law of vibration is really the key to frequency.
Hey, beautiful kings and queens, are you right now in a space where you're ready to take action and build your business, yet you struggle where to begin? You're feeling stuck and overwhelmed with all the things you need to do when it comes to building a business. build the business of your dreams in the online space and be in the arena of all the incredible, great humans out there that are building 7 to 8 figure businesses. Now, the foundations that I truly believe in that you are going to learn through this membership is sales, marketing, content creation, social media, money mindset, and of course, branding. Now, all of this will be accessible for you to be learning what is currently hot right now in the market and how you can create your own business and build a successful business in the online space. All you have to do right now is DM Empire in my Instagram or email myself and my team, and we will get the ball rolling so you can have your empire and start making moves in the online space.
So I focus every day not just on what I'm writing, but meditation and a visualization and the feeling. And I'm a kinesthetic learner, so feelings and movement is for me, which is why I focused on health, my physiology, my energy. That came to me looking at who I was speaking to every day, what I was looking at every single day, the conversations I was having every single day. It's all connected, And if you're constantly being consumed by the things you see on social media and you're judging yourself and you're judging others or you're comparing yourself, imagine what that's doing for you and your growth. So I became really strict on my routine and really focused on harnessing in this energy and just really reflecting on the shit that I was avoiding, right? And you know that feeling. It's happening for you right now. And this is not a 6-month journey. Everyone's different because there's layers in what we do. And the more you peel those layers of things, I talk about this in my event, which is something I'm going to be talking about a little bit later. We want to become our authentic self, which means our highest self too, our genuine self, our truest self. And to do that, we need to go through the pretend self, the negative self to come to that point. So how to create consistent 50K months, Queen? The strategy is there. The messaging, the content, the emails, launch phase, build phase, hype phase, all of that works, but it's not going to work if you're not looking after yourself. You're not focusing on what you truly want. You're not focusing on the vision. You're not thinking and feeling about it. And love. I speak about that every single day. This is why we've created Queen Wealth Accelerator. I only create based on what I've done and embodied. And I'll take ownership when it hasn't worked. But the strategy is always going to be important, but I believe in the blend of the two. Some people want to just do the spiritual thing, but the difference between when I was a Christian girl where I was praying for hope and not doing anything else, the action has to come with it. So whether you speak into existence, you speak to a higher power, whether you write it down or you believe in it and you speak to the universe, nothing's going to happen if you're not taking action that's coming in front of you. And opportunities are going to be there every single day. And maybe you're missing it because you're too focused on hope. But the thing that's different between hope is belief. And that's what changes the game. We're heading into 85K months this month. I believe in it. It's happening. 7 figures is the goal this year. I'm sharing that because I know I've worked so hard for it, not just from a physical standpoint, but from an emotional, internal, spiritual, personal standpoint. So if this has resonated with you and you know that there is more within you that you have to work on, to be the version of yourself right now is to step into that high power, Queen Wealth is for you. And come on this ride with me. It's been magical, transformational, and inspirational. My partner's joining me with this too. He wouldn't be leaving his job if he didn't believe in this. And you can't make this shit up. So I am your host, Tamara Meyer, and this is Keys to the Queendom. The more that we decide to really step into this version of ourselves with our content, with our brand, with showing up,
That's when the moves start to happen. When it comes to content mastery and you are new to this game, you are new to obviously building your presence online, and maybe right now you don't want to think about the micro topics, who you're speaking to, the ideal clients. Start with collaboration. And I think it's really important that you make that decision, that certainty, to start thinking about how can I start being seen in front of different people each and every day. So the first piece to content mastery is being able to make those decisions to collaborate, to speak to someone new.
One of the reasons why I wanted to work with you was because I love that you have a community and you bring everyone together.
I have learned all about how to tell a story, what are the main components of a story. It's so helpful for brand improvement.
The highlight for me today has been being around such awesome, like-minded people and actually figuring out what I think my brand is and what I want to do.
But at the end of the day, if you're just true to who you are and focus on who you were as a younger self, it brings in those types of people that are just like, yes, I want to work with you.